Straight away, please.
Jack, guys, get Steve some room to get back.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Steve?
Yeah.
3 beats after explain it.
3 beats.
Give it a bit longer.
Yeah, good.
Great. Just another version.
Yeah.
You want any more water, Steve?
Nah, good, mate.
Stand by.
Okay, so a few of you guys in the back rank this time. Can you just make it a little bit, just a couple of you be one step forward so it's a little bit harder for Steve to get through, not a lot. Just one in every 3 needs to be maybe a little bit leaning forward, so he's got to get through a little bit tougher.
And
Great.
roll.
Rolling!
Rolling.
Speed up.
Keep it held.
5-10, take 2, okay.
D-Marga.
Mark.
B set.
And action!
Fix bayonets!
Move! Move! Out of the way! Move! Fucking move! Out of the way! Out of the fucking way!
So what we're doing today is we've set up the corner of the building, which is Hebel brick, so it's lightweight brick, and so we've laid it all up yesterday, and then we've cut into it with a grinder and made it, pre-weakened it, and then we'll be putting in about 6 kilos of Anfo, which is not sure whether that'll be enough yet, but this is our first test. And we'll also be having a fire element to the explosion as well to help light the explosion, because this film's going to be lit very realistically and there won't be a lot of Hollywood lighting. So yeah, that's what we're up to today, and as I said, this is our first test, and hopefully all goes well. It should be fun.
Firing in 3, 2, 1.
Chick, chick, boom.
Very early on, he just said, look, you just describe the scene to me and how you see it, and I'll tell you which bits are special effects and which bits aren't, and which bits are bombs we can blow up and which bits aren't, and that's what we did. So I just worked my way through and imagined what I'd like to imagine and said them out loud, and was constantly surprised.
We've got one, what we call a dishpan mortar in there, which is going to blow a lot of soft, muddy dirt into the trench, make a bit of a crack, and a lot of people are going to get covered in mud, probably even us back here, but it'll be good.
Action! Jim.
I said I'd really like it if the sets could drip and there could be like a river running down the Berlin Sap. They worked very closely with Clayton and the production designers, and you go down, you see the scenes of the bottom of the Berlin Sap where the main bomb in the film is, and the entire set leaks. I mean, the entire set drips.
53,000 pounds of hormonal high explosive, 8,000 pounds of gun cotton.
I've never seen anything like this before.
No, nobody has. No. 500 feet down there is a Caterpillar mine. That one's 70,000 pounds. There's 21 of them. We've undermined the whole of the Mazine Ridge. Nearly 1 million pounds of hormonal.
3, 2, 1.
Action!
Tell you what, I'll go to the left, draw crabs. Soon as you hear that MG open up, you run like buggery. Don't bloody stop until you get to the sap.
That night in particular, I'm sitting there and I'm going, wow, how many performers actually get the chance, to actually be in such a realistic environment, in relation to the film that they're actually doing. And that's what it was like for us, sitting at a machine gun post at 3 in the morning, looking for German soldiers because they're out there.
These go off 1, 2, 3, or all at the same time, or what?
1, 2, 3. First one, second one, third one.
Clearly milliseconds apart though.
Yeah, all on radio control, about 140 milliseconds apart.
Nice.
The whole thing will go over about 1/3 of a second. Yeah.
Yep, come on. Come on. You're shooting me?
You shot me!
No, right, catch that, guys, and I'll just do the back.
Man, it's just hanging off me.
Yeah. We weigh about 400 kilos now.
Mark, you want some Gatorade, mate?
That's great. It was worth doing. Great.
Lighter shot, guys. Coverage, same angle.
Ratatouille, you know what it's a fried eggplant, capsicum, zucchini, garlic. I put a bit of white wine in it, onions, a touch of chili, you know. This one it's chicken breast with sand crabs. They basically eat all different type of food. In all food we do Spanish, French, Sicilian, Italians, South American, Moroccans, Tunisians. That I think the idea with a crew is like to do a good variety of food, and we never repeat the menu before 5 weeks, you know. Okay. So they basically don't get bored with our food, you know, when it's good. So every day we always have 3 main courses, always a vegetarian dish, a meat, a fish, a veggies, a rice, a potato, a couple of salad, fruit, and always a dessert. That's for the entree, for the main course, you know.
Action! Right! Yes, yes, yes! Go, Billy! Cut!
We had our actors always 90% of the time covered in mud or dirt or sweat or water or all of the above. And the walls of the tunnels, of course, are covered in grime and mud and dripping with water. Out in the trenches, there's this mud everywhere. I've never had a problem. I can just point the camera anywhere and I've got all this beautiful texture. It looks fantastic. And so, and of course, that's the art department and our wonderful makeup department. And costume department with wasn't a uniform. It looked out of place. There was mud, or it was worn, or it was textured in such a way that everything really in that whole area was absolutely perfect.
What happens in this sequence?
This sequence is where Woodward comes in to tell the boys. This is the attack tunnel, and Woodward comes in to tell the boys he's got to go another few feet further.
On top of us.
Now, this idea of tunnelling underneath one another's lines and fighting underground, and it takes the idea of war and of fighting to another level. And I just wanted to tell that story clearly so that people would know it happened, and they can make up their own minds about how they feel about that, or whether that takes them to broader conclusions about the nature of war or humanity or any of those things.